Hello, we are back. It's just the day after my last recording, so pretty much all this stuff is still fresh in my mind. Let's just get right on with it. My cat is scratching his chin like mad in the corner over here. What is up, Smokes? What are you doing, brother? All right, got my notepad up. We got all the information about the memos and something about green rooms having special flowers. And there's some apples are 2 steps. And we got some stuff about the chapel that I don't know what to do with yet. Yeah. I think that's about it. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start taking notes on this day as well, of course. Same way I did yesterday, I think. Maybe the rank doesn't matter quite as much, or the room itself doesn't matter quite as much. I guess we'll get to see today, huh? That's all the same. Queen of Diamonds. Ace of Spades. Those are the same cards as yesterday. The busts are the same. I assume we start in the morning. This is the same. Or so it would seem. Overnight is the word that's underlined for whatever reason, so perhaps that's like the special word in the entrance hall, who knows. Well, let's start things off the same way as yesterday, I would say. Let's go ahead and start by opening this bitch. I see my package has been delivered to the mailroom. I don't think I would like to start with that, though. Unfortunately, we have not much choice besides the den. Like, I could go with the corridor, but I would like some extra, choices, if I could. So this is Bride and Bridge. This is rank 1. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start typing rank 1-3 because we're in the middle. This is the den. And Bride and Bridge were the same as yesterday. Okay, so I don't think I actually need to do pictures for any of these rooms that I've already been to before, and I have been to rank 2-1, or 2-3 rather. So I'm not going to write those. I'm going to observe other things in the room instead. Here's a white pawn. Den, white pawn. So rank 1-3 has, or rank 2-3 rather, rank 2-3, not 1-3. Also had a white pawn yesterday. Okay. I wonder if I gotta make like a chessboard, but that doesn't really make a ton of sense because this thing it has the right number of ranks. That's not true either. It's a 9x5. It doesn't match up with a chessboard at all. I mean, obviously it's got something to do with chess, but I'm not sure what. Anything else in here? There's this trunk again that's locked. Maybe we'll find a sledgehammer, maybe we won't. Let's go ahead and we've gotten everything in rank 2. Let's go to rank 3, right down the middle. Security. Ooh, an early security could be good. But we can't. We have no gems. So we must open a room that's like blocked off. That being said, I'm okay with the storeroom. So this also has a white pawn. Let's go ahead and rank 3 is a storeroom. And it has a white pawn. And the missing letter is the difference between road and rod. That's an A. Rod and road. Rod, road. And I'm going to go ahead and type that up here as well. And let me get all the crap out of this room as well. A key and a gem, and I think there's $1. Gotcha, $1. And I don't remember anything else in this storeroom. Cool. Alright, let's go this way. 10 steps from the guest bedroom. I don't actually like a straight here. It's kind of a little bit not what I want. Let's go with the, honestly, let's go with the mailroom. Let's go ahead and get some story progress, or what I assume to be story progress. So is this all the same? Yes, we still can't read what the hell's going on down there. This information is the same as yesterday. I don't know what Synca is. I don't know. Mail, perhaps? Like yes, it's mail. I'm trying to... I remember yesterday there was one particular thing that I did not remember. Or that I couldn't figure out. Remember, one of the painting pairings that I never figured out. And I was trying to think in my head. There was like a crate with an icon on it. And then there was something else, and oh, the tag with the price on it. And I was trying to figure out what the connection between those was. I was thinking maybe what the logo on the box might have something to do with what's in it. This is the same letter as yesterday. Yes, that's the same letter as yesterday as well. Packing slip, the Synca Company, 445 West Barbarin Avenue. Packed by K. Thompson. There's a compass, gems, and keys. Number 5256. All right, I need to write some of that. Yeah, okay, never mind. I suppose I won't. But anyways, that is 5256. This is rank 2-4. 2-4. 5256. Package number. That's probably the most important. There's a ton of shit in here, though. Compass. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. Oh, that's helpful. Though more frequently is a little bit vague. This is tub and... or bat and bath. I believe I already did this one. Yes, I have 2-4 already. Okay. Cool. Well, all the way back. We kind of cut off all that pretty quick. Let's go this way. We've got a pantry, we've got a utility closet, we've got a corridor. Let's go pantry. This is rank 1. Rank 1-4, 2. Rank 1-2. That's a pantry. What do we got in here today? Okay. Once again, we've got all these colored items in here that I'm sure have something to do with something. We got $4 in change again, so that hasn't changed. This note hasn't changed either. Let's go ahead and take an orange here. Oranges are worth 5. Orange is 5. Orange equals 5 steps. Cool. So, if that's the case, I expect bananas to be 3 steps. That's what I expect. Question mark. I expect that to be the case. The enclosed amount should cover the expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So there was $4 back, but once again, we don't know how much money they were given. So I don't really know what to do with that. Also, we've done rank 2 in here already, so there's not really much else to work with. I mean, we've got the prey and the pry, so that was the A. The parlor is a dead end. The drawing room is fine. The nook is okay, but we have a fair number of gems and keys now, so let's go ahead and do the drawing room. This takes us into rank 3-2. Or 2? 2-2. Whoops, typed it in the wrong place, hee hee. Drawing. Also, mail. I'm gonna have to start shorthanding some of that stuff. This is the room with all the various stride lengths, although I don't have anything to do with that information yet. I believe we said the old man was the shortest, and the woman was next, and then the man hauling ass, and then the kid hauling ass, and then the horse taking his sweet ass time. But, once again, nothing to do with that. And then there's this guy, who's been drawn in the drawing room. What's good, bro? Is there anything special for me to see here? I noticed that the shadow is a little weird. The shadow down here. At least I assume this is a shadow. You can see his foot and perhaps himself, but the chair itself doesn't have a shadow. Which is a little bit strange. Certainly. Huh. He sat here in theory. I can't believe I just ignored this last time. I assumed this was here last time. I've done 2-2 already, right? That's stare and star. That's an eye that's different. What's up with you, bro? Chair and shadow? Question mark? Oh, you know what else is different? This. Oh ho 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 ho. Curious. Very curious. Okay, so maybe now we're meant to count the number of things in the image. It's probably a 5-digit code, right? It's a 5-digit code, and it's going to be starting with the old man and then working our way forward, possibly. So let's go through the room and count all the old men. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 already, so that's probably not going to work. Maybe it depends on which direction they're facing as well. But which direction is the correct direction? Maybe the correct direction is based on the guy, the really big one in the middle of the room. So we want to count that way. So we've got -2, +1, 0, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's try this. This is not working yet. So let's try 7. And then after that, we want to keep going this way, but with the woman this time, right? With the women. That's the next smallest. 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, 0 is a valid number. And then we want to go with the man who's walking a little bit faster, right? I assume this one counts, maybe not. Let's assume it does. 1, 2, 1, 0, -1, -4, -3, -4. Ooh, okay. Well, that falls apart. Damn. Oh well. Alright, we'll come back to that. I don't want to be here all day. Let's move on. Hallway. Easy choice, given the options. This is 3-2 we're heading into. 3-2. 3-2. Rank. 3-2. Hallway. What's in the hallway? This is another letter we've already seen. This should be Ty versus Tier is R. I don't really see what else this could be. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. That is a lie. You remember that the red notes are lies unless they're handwritten. So we move on to the next one. I don't really feel like a chapel right now if I can help it. I feel like I'm going to be walking through this room a lot wherever I go. So let's do the spare room. Unfortunately... Oh, you know what? I actually have already done rank 4-2, so I'm not losing anything here. Spare. Now, paint colors any different? No. Paint color is quite the same. Yes. Is there anything else to see in this room? It's always possible there's something I've missed. There's a lot of puzzles in this game, I've learned. Now we can take security, and now I will certainly take security. We've got the gems for it. I'd be remiss not to use them. Rank 5-2. Security. So does this let me see... I can see the pool. I can see like a parlor of sorts. I can see, I don't know, like a museum room almost. Nursery. I don't... Can I see any of the items that might spawn in these rooms or no? I see the spare room, which I was just in. Is there anything... You know, I gotta wonder if there's anything I can see through these. Because I didn't really pay attention to the cameras last time I was here. It doesn't seem like there's anything different going on in the spare room. That's the storage room I've been in. That's the hallway. Or a hallway, at least. That's the nook, I believe. That looks like a vault. No clue. Maybe a cellar, like a wine cellar or something. A library. And a classroom? Okay. Blue memos true, red memos are lies. Indeed, indeed. Does this mean I can reset the security here still, or is it already... Keycard system settings. Okay, so you do have to change that every day. Let's go ahead and set that to low. Since I don't have... Oh, whoops. Since I don't have a keycard. offline mode unlocked. So if you ever set it, if you ever manage to get it offline, they all just unlock by default. And I assume I'm not going to see anything different here. This was a pilot and a plot. I remember you. The antechamber is not unlocked. Here are these arrows again. These sort of like lengthwise, like sort of telling you a distance, but I don't know what to do with them. So I'm not going to do anything with them. What is this? I wonder if I can read these. This is like a letter I've already obtained, the red letter. Okay. Let me tab over here. Nothing in the security room. Rank 6-2. Hopefully. What do we got? What's in rank 6? A locked door that I am fully okay with opening. I have 3 keys. A weight room. Lose half my fucking steps? Jesus. No thanks. As much as I like a 4-way intersection, no. Leads to a room of a color of your choice. Or I just accept that the bunk room is happening. But I would rather not build the bunk room until after I've built the nursery, right? So maybe I take the secret passage and I use my last gem here. It's a pretty cool route. This is a pretty cool idea, right? Secret passage. Secret passage. Now, I haven't really figured out exactly what the colors mean yet. But what I do know is that this is... Ooh, I actually haven't done rank 7 yet. This is... the greens are... The greens are like outdoor stuff. That's what I've figured out so far. And the pinks are like bedrooms of some kind. So we've got like a price tag or a 10 or just a tag. Like price tag or 10. So do we have anything that I can do here? This is, we got shore with this last time. But shore can only be knocked down to like shoe. What else did we, wait, was this shore last time? Hold on. Was this shore last time? I feel like it was something else. Plan and plane, stare and star. I know I did one with this. Coast. Coast is what we used. Coast and cost. Hold on. Coast and cost. We already did coast and cost. That was in rank 6. But this is the same two... I think this is still coast and cost. I'm pretty sure that's the same... I mean, we are in rank... Oh, we are in rank 6, aren't we? Yes, we are in rank 6. 6-2. Oh, man, I have done 6. It's 7 I haven't done. Okay. So this is also giving you hints about what these are. The halls are orange. The green thumb is the gardens and such. The key to the bedroom. So this is bedroom-related stuff, or key-related stuff, maybe? Red Rover? I think these would be, like, rooms that have a lot of exits. The chapel was red. The weight room was red. The gym was red. The lavatory was not, though. And that only had one exit. gold sink market. So golds are markets. I think what I want the most is just some halls. And black pawn. Be sure to write down the black pawn. On to rank 7. Assuming there's nothing hiding back here. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Great Hall. 7 locked doors. Well, I have some keys. We're out of gems, or I'd definitely pick up the aquarium. The 7 locked doors is kind of interesting. Because you know that some of them aren't going to lead out, but maybe they contain other things. And I do, at the very least, have some exits. Yep, that's 7 locked doors, can confirm. Rank 7-2 is the Great Hall. And in the Great Hall, there is currently nothing. But we also haven't done the letters for this one. I'm gonna head to this way. Yes, the door is locked, I know. Alrighty. Can't do either of the gem requirements because we have no gems. So lavatory it is. Guess we're taking a piss. Anything good to find in here? Rank 7-3. The shitter. We've got paint and pint. Paint and pint. Paint and pint. And that would go in rank 7-3. Which is an A is what's missing. HSS. Very nifty towel you have there, sir. Toilet could probably use some work, though. It doesn't look like it's on there quite right. Soap dispenser. Can't actually take a shower. Okay, nothing to see here. Well, let's use our last key to go north again, hopefully. Knock, knock. I like a nook, because it gets our key back. And also I can do rank 8. Rank 8-2. The nook. Now, I still write down the name of the room just in case the name is relevant to some other puzzles. I realize already that it's not relevant to the paintings themselves. We can see that they duplicate, but just depending on the spot in the house they are, and I think the same is true of these the chess pieces, but white rook. But in case there's other puzzles. So this is like a boat or a row. Boat or row. Boat and bat. Pretty easy. Boat, bat. That's an O that is missing, and that is rank 8-2. Okay. We got our key. Onward. It's locked. We're using it. We're pretty damn far in here. Dining room just makes way too much sense, right? Like, we get the meal because we're already in rank 8. It connects to the antechamber, even though I don't expect we're going to be allowed in. And it leads out the other way as well. There's no reason not to pick that. Rank 8-3, dining room. All right, what do we have? We've got hose, house. Okay, hose and house. House. Hose and house. That would be a U. Also, this deer, little bit off-putting. I'm not a big fan of taxidermy. Also a white pawn. I mean, like, it's cool and all that. How many points you got there? That 10-pointer? 10-pointer. Pretty good. You know what else I think I've noticed is that most of the rooms that have the like different colored items in them seem to be food related. Like the dining room and the pantry and the kitchen seem to be the ones that had that going on. Porterhouse steak. 20 plus 10 if you have a showroom. Well, let's click not yet and open this door across the way and see. Locked. Hey, can I get in there? Excuse me. Excuse me. Seems they don't want to let me in. Alright, very well. I shall eat the steak. Let me get that. Fucking delicious. Now, can we go over 50? Yes. Alright, time to start backtracking. Where can we backtrack to? We can't do the Great Hall, we can't do the dining room because we don't have keys in either. Security is the first one we can backtrack to, so let's backtrack to security. Back to here. And see what we can do. You're more likely to draw red rooms while drafting, and the archive says while drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. Okay. I can't do the laboratory because I don't have the jewel, so I think it just makes sense to put in archives. This is very centrally located. It's got every exit. I don't know if I'm going to regret that, but we're going into rank 5-3. Rank 5-3 archives. There's certainly going to be something interesting in here, though. There must be. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor, August 22nd of 85. Popular children's writer Marion. This is the person who died. I recognize that name. I don't know. She was fighting for some cause. Adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. Redacted. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. That makes sense, okay. This is half a year later. Swimbird author never considered herself a success. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there." Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, okay, that was probably the other one over there, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. I see. So she's critical of the government, and it's possible that her son actually does love the color red, because it's not claimed to be outright false, but it is met with skepticism. Okay. I do notice that I got that red note from that one safe that was about her death in the first place. She is the niece of Baron H.S. Sinclair. What is our relation to him? I'm mixing up all the relationships here. Aren't we also a nephew of his? So that would make her our cousin? Or would it make her our sister? Or am I one generation off and she's like our mother or something? Publisher and author detained by Red Guard, questioned. Well, that's on the nose. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of the 36 names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth officially to take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Okay. This is now, okay. RLCF. Terrorist group? The Children of Blackwater. Okay. Cool. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in the statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were dropped. Okay, so Ruffington Press Publishing House is potentially a front for a terrorist organization? Okay. Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Let's write that name down too. Caleb Manning. I also probably shouldn't just be slapping this in the archives tab. I should probably put this up top. This sounds like it'll be useful more in the future. Okay. Got it. Marigold is the third to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White. Okay. So one of these is Manning and the other is White. This is cut off in the mid-sentence. Was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under the waved down a local man. This is the third major this last year. It is anticipated charged by the Crown. Manning was the last. The trial begins on Tuesday or Thursday or something. Tuesday probably. Expected to last up to blank with grand treason. Well, that's not good. No traces discovered as Cinca heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Miss Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. Yeah, not sure about that, Chief. It's an out-of-character incident. At this point, we are seeking information. Oh, so this is what that note was talking about. They went public with it, saying that it wasn't anything, any foul play or anything, not raising any issues, despite the fact that, like, clearly there were some suspicious things involved. So let's say Mary equals Marigold. I'm just trying to pick out the important shit. Died Feb 22, 1987. In Trinsdale. Gotcha. Carriage driver? Oh god, there's more. What the fuck am I reading? Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic royal museum heist. Well, that's changed. Thieves in the royal capital of Fenaris have broken into one of the crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds, dredging for clues. Museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia had arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. It is ruby. There's that red again. Ruby crown stolen? I wonder if she actually died. I wonder if Marion actually died, because, I mean, you know, I haven't seen a body yet. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and that's the end of it. Cool. That's important. Tiger? How much you want to bet the other one is Tyr? As soon as I can find it. Sorry, I'm blind. That's where I came in. Okay. I was like, I thought I came in over here. No. Tier. Boom. Easy. I actually knew that it was going to be that just because we have the other 4 on rank 5. Tier. Tiger. Cool. Which way do we want to go? I think we want to go out the far side, so over here. I also don't see any other information to work with, so let's go just this way. Locked. Never mind, we won't go that way. We'll go this way. Locked. Never mind, we won't go that way. We'll go this way. Locked. Never mind, we won't go that way. Very cool. Thank you, Kanye. You think Kanye ever gets pissed that people constantly say that? Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who says that shit anymore. Bedroom sounds good. Ooh, I don't like that. I didn't realize that. Well, I was wary that it might be permanent, but I was hoping that it would not. But it was. Alright, let's do bedroom. It's free to enter. Rank 3-1, I believe it is. Rank 3-1. Bedroom. Have we done rank 3-1? No, we have not. I see a crow. I see a row. Crow and row. Row, row, and I see the white pawn in the corner of my eye there. White pawn. That means that is a C. So currently rank 3 is CRAC. I don't know what Reddington has to do with anything. Greetings from Reddington. It's red. It says red. It's written in red. Let me write this down as well. Reddington in bedroom. I put question marks after everything. I'm just like, maybe that's a connection, maybe it's not. I wonder if that's just where she is. I bet she's just hanging out in some town called Reddington. Suspicious. And there is a top hat in here. See, I was talking about hats at one point, but I don't know. Let's go north. Have I done this next one up? No, I have not. Chapel's cool and all. Can't do the observatory because... can't do observatory because I'm poor. But I can do a chapel. The one would be worthless. Also, chapel... Did the chapel have paintings? I don't remember if the chapel had paintings. Let's go look. We can look at our past run. Chapel, White Bishop, it did not have paintings. Do we just send it on the archived? What's the worst that could happen, right? It's got no cost. Ooh, is this just a plain ass bedroom? Oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's a parlor. Okay, we've got card and car. Although I do notice that's the Queen of Diamonds. So let's go ahead and note that at least. Card and car would put it at a D for rank 4-1. That's a parlor. Card, car. Anything else in here that I should be aware of? Any pieces? Black pawn. Black pawn. Very cool. Read these notes, make sure that they aren't different. At least one true, at least one false. Only one box has a prize within. Alright, I really like these little logic puzzles. Let's see if this one's harder than the last one. The black box contains gems. We can't know whether that's true or not, so we have to simply move on. This box and the blue box are empty. If this is true, black box must have things in it. If it is false, one of these two must have something in it, and the black box is empty. Okay. All three boxes are empty. Well, that's demonstrably false, right? This is false. So one of these two must be true. There is always a true statement. We have this one is false, so one of these two must be true. If this one is true, the black box contains gems, and this one is true because both of these are empty, right? If this one is true, it's the black box. If this one is true, it's the black box. So we don't actually need to know which of these is true. In fact, they're probably just both true. One of them must be, though, so the black box is clearly the answer. Let me get them. Let me get them gems. Yoink. Well, that was fun. I like those. Thank you, sir. Anything else in here for me? I mean, I should probably be looking out the window more, shouldn't I? Just like kind of peeking out there, see what's going on. Alright, we can't go anywhere else on this side unless we go all the way back to rank 2, which I'm okay with doing because it is the drawing room. And I gotta go past it anyways. And here's this fucking puzzle again. I know I can figure this out, I just don't know what it is right away. Alright, let's do rank 2-1. And we can re-roll these if we don't like them. We have a commissary for items for sale, but that would just run into a wall. Or we could do the west wing, which would allow us to go south to rank 1 if we want to. Maybe we'd find the breaker box there, or maybe we just redraw. I think we just redraw. Terrace. Green rooms do not cost gems to craft. That could save us some good value over on the other side. Although the other side is a little bit spicy because we only have like one other place we can go. I don't know anything about the utility closet, but I only know that we have half the instructions so far. We only have half the instructions. So let's go ahead and take the terrace. And I would like to go out here. This is rank 2-1 terrace. It's probably very nice out here anyways. I would like to hang out. You know, check for any special flowers, because I was told that's a thing. Wow. It's like a bridge out there. Yeah, there's like a little river that flows underneath the house. That's a hazard. Can't trust that. Okay, there's a gem here. Yoink. Power lines that head out there. I wonder if you can go out there. You must be able to, right? If there's like it's like a bridge and all that. Okay. A whole lot of nothing else there. Right, time to give this one more crack. Gonna give this another crack. What do we know? The paintings that have 3 in a row are a little bit weird to me. The fact that the paintings are different sizes is also a little bit weird to me. That being said, there are multiple copies of the biggest, so I don't think it's just whatever is the biggest is the one to worry about. Some of them are fancier than others. Oh, they have different borders. They have different borders. This border only matches some of them. And I don't know the size as well, but then there's 0 that actually match in size, so like what do you do with that? And what order would you put it in as well? So nothing really to see there. Tell you what, we'll come back to this once we've finished the rest, since we're actually almost out of options here, since we're out of keys. Let's go ahead and head back for now. And go across the way over here. We need to go